Hi, I'm Renee Seltzer, founder of Feeding My Kid, and in today's episode, I want to cover nursing. I wanted to walk through nursing and really everything I learned along the way and wish somebody had told me. So let's get started. If you are an underproducer and you're worried your kid's not getting enough, if your kids seem satisfied and they're on the growth curve and they're not really crying, or seeming upset after they're done nursing, then let me tell you, they're probably getting just enough. They're getting enough milk that they're content. So if your kid, if your baby is really kind of crying and fussy after you feed them, then definitely call a lactation consultant, call your pediatrician, and really work through a process to see what you can do to get more milk. I have a recipe for lactation cookies that I found to be really helpful. And I have all these different supplies in the description link below, including different kinds of teas and brewer's yeast and all this, and Ovaltine, all these little things that you could put, that you could ingest that could help you with milk production. And then one of the things too is just make sure you're drinking a ton of water. I often actually felt like I was being waterboarded by how much water I was drinking when I was nursing. I think I was drinking at least 20 cups a day to 30, and it was a tremendous amount of water because until I got pregnant, I didn't realize I was always dehydrated. I'm just not a person who's naturally thirsty. And so it was really hard for me to drink all that fluid. But when the days that I, didn't drink that much, it really showed in how much milk I would pump. So that was always like a really good indicator. I could always see what the fruits of my labor were. Okay, so let's say you are a underproducer. We talked about all the things that you could take, the supplements that are going to be in the description. The more that you could stimulate. One thing that's really important if you're an underproducer is that you are always emptying your breasts. So that means that when the baby's feeding them, you want to make sure you can feel around if it's still hard and lumpy, but you want to make sure that the baby's taking all the milk from the breasts. And then you could also pump out the rest or wait an hour and pump again. What you want to do is really stimulate that and keep telling your body, especially early on, that if you're not emptying your breast, your body starts to figure out, hey, I don't need to make as much, right? I only need to make as much as the baby is taking, or the babies. So, it's really, really important that you empty your breasts. If you're going to, and this is something else, just while we're talking about it, there's a difference of foremilk and hindmilk. Foremilk is the front milk, and hindmilk is the back milk. So after you've nursed for a while, then the hindmilk comes in. The foremilk is actually mostly water, and it's like a light little tint to it, and it's really to hydrate your baby, right? So if anything happens, your body knows hydrate the baby. The hind milk, and there's obviously some calories in there. The hind milk is where like all the fat is, and all the really good stuff. So you do want to make sure that you don't nurse on one side of your breast and then start nursing the other side without emptying this side. One, for milk production, for volume, to make sure that you're making enough, and two, you really want to make sure that you're giving that baby enough of the hind milk. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. It's all at Feeding My Kid. And we're gonna work with you on how to introduce all kinds of foods, solid foods to your baby, from baby-led weaning to purees. And then what we're also gonna do is really focus on how to get your kids to eat more vegetables and really how to be a healthy lifelong eater. So make sure you stay tuned to all of that. And we look forward to meeting you. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the description below the video.